What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios for week 3 of building Naboo. Now this week is coming to you guys a little bit quicker than normal. Obviously this hasn't been a full week since the last update. That's because next week's Christmas, so I'm going to be bumping this one up a week because I have a special video planned for the week of Christmas. Also, I'm kind of in a weird angle right here just because I've got this giant mock right here to my left and I have sets over here. So I'm trying to figure out where a good place is for me to sit as I talk with you guys and do these intros. So this look will hopefully change a little bit. This week's episode or update is going to be all about the big hill that kind of runs down the middle of my mock. If you guys are familiar with the Battle of the Grass Plains, over on one side up on this big hill you have the droid forces, and then going down that hill into a big plain is where the Gungan troops are. So this hill it's pretty important and it's a pretty integral part of my mock, so I'm going to be tackling that today. So let's go see what I've got so far. So this is the Star Wars Complete Locations book. This has been very helpful when it comes to designing the layout, and as you can see, this side is dominated by a very large hill that comes down into this flat plain where the Gungans are. And this hill is just flat all the way across. You know, there's no dip over here on that side or that side just because this is a cutout cross section of the battle. But I thought that would be kind of boring to just do one straight hill because it would basically look like a set of stairs in my opinion. And so I'm trying to figure out a creative alternative to make the hill a little bit cooler. So this is what I have come up with. This is the giant hill. No, I'm just kidding. This is just a tiny microscale version of the hill. I wanted to design it first before I started building so I would really know what I was building. And I decided to have it coming up here, and then originally I was going to have it slope off on both sides so it would look like one big hill like this. But I feel like this, I could only do this if I were to include the entire battle, right? Because as we saw in the book, it's just one flat line. So if I were to include both slopes, I would also have to include the entire droid army. And I obviously don't have the time or pieces for that. So I decided to basically cut out this side like this. So this side's all going to be flat, and then on this far right or left side, it'll kind of slope down off like that. And so what I've decided is this mock that I'm building is going to depict the far left-hand side of the battle. If you watch the battle, you'll see the Gungan army is split into 3 large bodies, each with a set of fambas with a shield generator. So this is kind of like the far left third. The next challenge I have is taking the hill from micro scale to actual scale for this whole mock. And so far what I've decided to come up with is a 1 plate increase up the hill. I tried doing actual bricks, but as you can see, it just looks like a set of stairs at that point, and I just don't know how cool or hill-like that would look. With the 1 plate increase, it looks like a much more gradual hill, which will hopefully turn out good. So we started out here, I laid down some regular plate, and then I'm just going to be stacking a row of 2 by green plate, and then after that it'll just go 1 by green plate all the way up until we hit about here. And because I have so many bricks and not a whole lot of plate, I really tried to utilize as many of the bricks as I could. So alternating throughout these layers of flat plate is going to be a layer of brick, which once it's all built, you won't be able to really tell which layer is plate and which layer is brick. But this will also help with the strength of the hill, because if I were just to do plate like this, it would be pretty weak and flimsy, as you can see. So if I have a row of brick in there as well, it'll help those plates have something to lean on. But now that you guys have an idea of what's going on, I'm gonna take a break and then finish up this hill as much as I can get done, and then we'll come back with another update. Okay, I'm back with another update on the hill. I got reinforcements today. Got a huge package full of plate, filler brick, and then I got a bunch of smaller plate, a lot of 1x2s and 1x1s, and then I still have a good amount of my, I don't know what else to call these other than I guess L pieces. These have been very helpful in constructing this hill. This is what I have so far. I don't have a super clear idea as to what it's going to look like. I know I showed you guys that micro model of the hill, but really to make that in such a big scale, it's kind of just putting down bricks and seeing what works and taking up bricks. But basically what I'm trying to do is basically replicate this over here the one plate stacking on top of itself, but at an angle, which is a little tough just because I need this to all converge together at the same point. I'm going to alternate between every layer being 1 stud deep like here, or 2 to 3 studs deep right here, and kind of just go 1 stud deep, 2 stud deep, maybe 3 stud deep, just so that it doesn't look too mechanical or man-made. I really want this to look like a natural hill. And then behind it is just a hodgepodge of bricks and plate, just trying to build that inner side of the hill. But so far, I think it's turning out great. At long last, I'm pretty much finished with the hill. So this part over here, I still need a couple bricks here, and then some skinny bricks here and there, and then down over there, but those will be coming in a package. I ran out of those pieces, but I was able to completely finish this beautiful looking hill. I don't know about you guys, but I think it turned out pretty good. Looks pretty natural, and it really helps transfer this solid tall wall over into a hill. Also, just ignore that X-wing. That has nothing to do with the mock. I just got it out and was playing around with it. So moving on, I am now going to be working on the back here, but that'll all be later on this week. In fact, this Saturday, I will be live streaming this. So if you want to see this come together, come chat with me, ask me questions, just hang out. I will be streaming. I would love to see you guys there. That's it for this week, guys. The hill is done. It's looking good. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave me a like. And as always, if you want to see this mock come together and you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. But until next week, happy building.